Hey everyone, welcome back. Hopefully everyone's having amazing luck with the Venusaur Dropper event. Now, I was looking through the tournaments as you'll see on screen here, and one of the biggest tournaments on at the moment, Pocket Legends League, has 542 players. Jumped in to see what is going on with the deck lists in this one. As you would expect, Charizard, Mewtwo, Pikachu, they're pretty much running rampant on this, but something caught my eye. Wigglytuff EX and Weezing. And if you look at his record, he has 4 wins against Mewtwo EX decks, which most people would say is the meta at the moment. So this must be a pretty good deck. Now another thing here we do see, he actually got to the top cut and lost against Charizard EX to the person who came first. We can see here, this guy's deck has 2 Coughing, 2 Wheezing, 2 Wigglytuff EX, 1 Meowth, 2 of the new Jigglypuff. Now that's what gets me. That new Jigglypuff has only come out 2 days ago, and this guy is already coming 7th in a tournament filled with over 500 players. So I've decided to jump on, make the deck, and see how good it really is. Alright guys, before we get into it, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. That's really going to help me out a lot. I'm super keen to keep making content for everyone here. Thank you very much, and let's get into it. Alright guys, we're ready to go here. Let's see how this deck really performs. Hey guys, real quick here, just letting you know the hot Australian summer has burnt my camera to a crisp, so the video does cut out about halfway through. However, this battle was so exciting, had so many ups and downs that I couldn't let it go to waste, so halfway through we do switch to a voiceover, but now that's out of the way, please enjoy. Now, what do we got? We got 2 Weezings, which is great, Professor's Research as well, and a Sabrina in our back pocket. So starting with the Coughing play, we should be able to get Weezing out super quick and get some poison off. This guy is playing a Darkness deck as well. And we're just going to put Coughing there, get him ready to go. We drew 2 Pokeballs. That's actually amazing. I'm super happy with that. Alright, we've pulled the Jigglypuff, and what are we going to pull now? We're going to pull that awesome Meowth. Now, to be honest, I would potentially like that Meowth to come out first, but unfortunately, that's not where our luck's going at the moment. We're going to start with the Coughing play the hands we're dealt. Jigglypuff's going to get out there as well, and we're going to end our turn, so our field's pretty much set. Alright, so he's got an Ekans out at the moment. He's going to get that Gust off on me. No big deal. I've got 70 HP. He's got 60. He's taking me down by 10, so we're pretty much just evening the playing field. Not a big loss on my part. What I can do pretty much straight away is evolve into Weezing. We're going to get 110 HP. We're going to get 30 damage as well, and we're also going to evolve on the bench. We're just going to poison the Pidgey. That's going to give us 40 damage, 30 with the tackle, 10 with the poison. This is already looking like a good start, looking aggressive. My second turn and my field's pretty much ready to play. I've got Wigglytuff EX in the wing. Probably couldn't go much better right now. So he's going to pull another basic Pokemon, another Pidgey. I actually haven't versed a Pidgeot deck. That Gust isn't really going to do much. Poison's pretty much going to kill him, but I could do anything I really wanted right now. Now, I do have the Wigglytuff EX ready to evolve, but I'm not going to do it yet just in case I want to put something to sleep because I want to give that a test. The Weezing is doing pretty good for me at the moment, so I'm just going to get the quick and easy point, get the Pidgey out of the way. He doesn't really have much bulk on his bench at the moment, so hopefully I can just continue being aggressive and just get these little hits done. I can get a second energy here if he does have Arbok to evolve into. He's going to evolve to the Pidgeotto, which I wasn't expecting to run into this at all. I was expecting my first game to be a Mewtwo, Charizard, Pikachu. Alright, so we've got Professor Oak. We're actually going to give an energy to the Weezing just in case I do want to swap out to that Jigglypuff. I'm getting ready for that. Run my Professor's Research. Let's draw 2 cards, see what we get out of that. There's never a bad time to really use that. This works. I've got the X speed, so now Weezing does have 2 energy, which if I use the X speed, I can retreat him. Worst case scenario, that's if I want to. Poison Ekans, use Tackle, get the 40 damage off, try to get a couple cheap and easy points again. At the moment, I'm not really sensing a threat. Don't really know what more he could do. I have a pretty stacked field at the moment. I can retreat Weezing if I need to. Alright guys, we've had a bit of a mishap here. My camera actually died in the hot Australian sun whilst recording this battle. So there's going to be a little bit of a voiceover of this one right now. Any other circumstance, I would have potentially just conceded the battle and gone stuff it. Let's just do another run. But this battle actually turned out to be one of the most exciting battles I've ever done. At this point, I was still really confident, and I didn't realize that my Weezing only had 7 HP. So when the Pidgeot comes out and one hit KOs my Weezing, I freak out a little bit. That didn't go how I was expecting at all. So big thing here is I go, alright, this is where it's Jigglypuff's time to shine. This is why he's in the deck. This is why everyone's raving about him as the promo card. He's going to do something amazing. And here it is. So I chuck him out, and he is going to be my Lord and Savior. I'm going to put Pidgeot to sleep. Hopefully he stays, which he does. We get the tails there, so Jigglypuff has been saved. Okay, I've got Jigglypuff there. He can retreat. I've got Weezing. I can put him back in. I can tank a hit, and I can try to sort myself out. Now, he's really starting to get a good arsenal going now. He uses his ability Drive Off to actually send my Jigglypuff back to the bench anyways. This works perfect for me because that was the plan all along. Jigglypuff isn't going to do much more than put him to sleep, even though he already is. Jigglypuff isn't really going to do much more other than put Pidgeot to sleep, and he gets a heads there anyways and wakes up. So I'm sitting here thinking, alright, let's just start doing some damage to this Pidgeot. We're going to get 40 damage off, and he can tank at least one hit. I do have the Wigglytuff EX there. That's why I evolved the Jigglypuff, because I go, alright, Weezing's going to be able to tank at least one hit, and Wigglytuff can tank maybe 2, and Wigglytuff can then get his damage off. So hopefully that just gives me some breathing room. So either way, Wigglytuff's evolved. My main thing here is like, let's just start storing energy onto Wigglytuff and getting this done. Now, honestly, on this turn, I completely forgot about the Drive Off ability Pidgeot has. Not gonna lie, I was actually panicking a little bit at this point. I was super confident coming into this. I got the 1 point, and I'm going, there is no way I can't win. However, he's starting to scare me now. He has got the Arbok in the back with the 100 HP with the 2 energies. He's got the Pidgeot ready to go. And here he is, sending my Wigglytuff out into the fray with not enough energy to do any damage on my next turn. So he's just a sitting duck. So yeah, I'm freaking out at this point. He comes in, uses the wing attack plus Giovanni, does an absolutely amazing 70 damage to me, and I'm freaking out. Luckily, we get the X speed here. This absolutely kept us in the game. However, I am still freaking out at this point. I'm taking my phone off charge, putting it back on. I'm looking through my deck going, what can I do? Do I put an energy on here? What's going on? I end up putting the energy on Wigglytuff because I go, alright, let's just see if I can make something happen. Maybe I can put the potion on Wigglytuff and he can tank one more hit. I actually start looking in my hand at Koga. For some reason, I was panicking that hard, thinking maybe Koga puts Weezing into my active position. It's the complete opposite. And then I finally realized, alright, 2x speeds. Let's get a free retreat for Wigglytuff. Let's pull him back in, put Weezing back out there. He's going to be able to tank another hit while Wigglytuff charges up. So that's what I do. The 2x speeds is done. I'm still panicking a little bit here. I go to use the red card and go, no, that's not going to do anything. Let's use the potion on Wigglytuff. Let's calm down. Let's reset a little bit and let's just get stuff done. So I drop the tackle onto Pidgeot. I'm just trying to weed away a little bit of his health because I do start realizing I'm going to be doing 40 here and 40 the next turn. So if nothing changes right now, I'm going to be able to knock out his Pidgeot with my Weezing. Now here my opponent chucks the energy onto the Pidgeot. So obviously he's going for the retreat. He's going to chuck the Arbok in with much more HP and clear the status effect off Pidgeot. So he's swinging it back a little bit in his favor here. Alright, now he does chuck the Giovanni card on the Arbok to get that massive 70 damage, which is what was going to come from the Pidgeot anyways. So I'm not too scared from that. Now what I do here is I do prepare to get Wigglytuff on the field because this is where the deck truly shines with Koga. I chuck him out there, I get my coughing and my Weezing back, and Wigglytuff is out there on the front lines ready to charge. This guy probably wasn't expecting this, which makes it oh so satisfying. This is where my confidence starts to really come back. So we're going to use Sleepy Song on the Arbok. We're going to get a massive 80 damage, leave the Arbok on the edge of its life, and now the battle has swung back in my favor. So another thing here is I still have that Koga, that second Koga card sitting on my bench. So now that I've done that once, I've started to realize, oh, okay, this is why this deck did so well against the meta. So now I did get so confident that I completely forgot about Pidgeot's drive-off ability in the back there. This does throw a spanner in the works for me. I thought I was just going to be smacking Arbok right out of the park and I was going to be on top of the world. So I did put the coughing in there purely because he has the extra HP and I can evolve him into Wheezing. I do think about that a little bit in my turn here, going, alright, maybe I'm going to tank another hit, but I do have the better idea. Coughing only has the 1 retreat cost. Wigglytuff is already fully charged, so I run the play of putting the energy on the coughing to get that retreat. I put Wigglytuff back in, and Arbok is absolutely going down. Now, it does look a little bit weird here. I'm going to play the Sabrina, which I know all 3 Pokemon on his bench and in the active position, I'm going to be able to one-hit KO with Wigglytuff. However, I'm looking at his bench, and those 2 Pokemon are the biggest threats to me. Pidgeot with that drive-off ability, as well as the Arbok with 80 HP, purely for the fact that maybe he has another potion, and it's going to allow him to tank 1 more of my attacks, which could ruin the game for me. So he chucks in his Arbok, which I'm actually really happy about, because I was actually more scared of the potion than Pidgeot's drive-off ability. And now I'm thinking I've got it in the bag here. He puts out Pidgeot, does not matter to me. Wheezing's going to be able to hit him for 40. Wigglytuff's going to hit him for 40. He's gone. I'm going to win this. There's no way. Now, I thought I had this in the bag. I wasn't expecting Kangaskhan. I thought we were right down to the ends of our decks, and he pulls out this card, ready to throw a spanner in the works. I thought I was going to one-hit KO Pidgeot or the other Arbok, and that was game, set, match. I'm not too scared because I know I can tank his hits, and either way, he hits 2 tabs. So right now I'm thinking I've got the upper hand. All I'm going to have to be able to do here is hit the Kangaskhan just for a little bit, tackle, poison, get that health down, and then I'm going to still be able to use that Koga I have in the bench to pull out Wigglytuff for the killing blow. So I'm going through my moves really quick here. I know Kangaskhan, even if he gets 2 heads, isn't going to kill my Wheezing, so it's going to be completely fine no matter what he does. I've got this set up. Alright, so the opponent here is going to chuck a potion on the Kangaskhan. That potion was what I was scared about with the 80 HP Arbok, so luckily he didn't get it till now. Putting the potion on the Kangaskhan isn't really going to do much for him, and if he hits 2 heads here, it's not going to do much, but damn, that guy's having a bad day. So he's going to hit me for 0 here. All he has left is 80 HP. The poison's going to hit him for 10. I've got the Koga card sitting there. I waste no time. Throw Wheezing back into my hand. He's served his purpose. Wigglytuff's coming out to do the killing blow, and I waste no time. He's done, and that was one of the most intense games I've played so far. I only got to do the 1 playthrough with this deck, and I don't know if I can say it's going to be the new meta, but damn, that was fun.